All over our cities, along our coastlines and across our green and pleasant land, an invisible army is fighting a never-ending war. Their enemy is the filth that we create and the vermin that thrive on it. Welcome to the hidden world of the Grimefighters. On Grimefighters tonight, a tongue-twisting tale of fly tippers tripped up.
Hello, mate. Sorry to disturb you.
Sewer ace Joe is put under pressure. And litter picker Lou plays Father Christmas, but to no avail.
There you are, Glenn. Thank you. Oh, that ain't very nice, is it?
But first, a really simple job. A council property in Leicester has been vacated and must now be made ready for a new tenant. All that has to be done is for Environmental Health Officer Steve Joyce to give it a once-over. If only. If only. But it's not going to be that easy.
It's obviously somebody that's had an interest in videos, by the looks of it. And it also looks like it's it's been left like this for some time. The mice have had a good chew, so it's this. I would think there's a couple of months worth of nobody being in here to allow the mice to make all these little nests everywhere. You can see evidence down here. It's all got to go because it's all contaminated with mouse urine. It'll be everywhere. Nothing. We're not going to save anything in here.
Steve has to accept that this is a daunting task. It just keeps getting worse.
Every single available space full with boxes of video cassettes, even in here. And the problem is behind all this there's going to be mice everywhere. This is somebody's life work here, this big pile. The gentleman obviously didn't sleep in this room, he must have slept in the front room. There's nowhere else, there's nowhere to sit down even. This is the bathroom. Obviously you can't get into the bath because it's full of videotapes. There's a big leak on the ceiling here. That's been there for some time because it's the ceiling's dropped.
This room ought to have some kind of purpose. But what went on here?
There's a cooker down here. I don't know how you would cook in here because you can't get to anything. The only thing that gives it away is this, there's a fairly nice ordered pile of jars of food here. I presume they use the microwave to eat and cook food because there's no other, you can't get to anything else.
And kitchens, of course, usually mean abandoned food. The mice haven't gone hungry.
So it's had that. Yeah, there's droppings here. There's droppings in the frying pan there. There's even a mouse trap at the back. This is a fairly classic hoarder type mentality where stuff's piled up. This is absolutely the classic sort of thing we get. But no, it looks like the rest of the property, just full of boxes of VCR tapes. Nobody can do anything to this property until we get all this stuff out.
So it's not going to be simple, but it can be solved. In Dagenham, the trouble is, if you've got an empty garage, it won't be empty for long. All that worries street wardens rob and rob.
It's council garage block that we've just turned up to, and it's just fly tip. It's been fly tip. A lot of the garages are empty and derelict. They're waiting for demolition, but the kids are breaking into them, leaving them wide open. So it's easy for fly tippers. They can come in. It looks like they're using the garage block. This looks like someone's had their kitchen made over. By the look of it, a lot of building waste in there and stuff like that. Got gas bottles, which if the kids set this alight, it just explode and it's so dangerous.
This isn't casual fly tipping, this is the work of professionals. They do it for money, but they can be caught.
Oh, some nice bits and bobs here, all from one address. Got someone's final demand by the look of it. Here's a nice red letter. We'll go around to the address, find out who these people are and start prosecutions.
Is it a local job?
Hello, mate. Sorry to disturb you. From the Street Warden Service, Dagenham Council. Just a quick question. Have you had any building works done recently?
No,
not at all.
We've only just moved here.
Yeah? How long ago?
About 3 months, yeah.
Is it? I'll tell you the reason why. We're just investigating an illegal dumping of rubbish over in a garage site over at Barking. We found all your details, or the details for this address.
You haven't.
Really?
Are you renting or you bought this place?
No, it's council property.
Is it
We've only
council?
just been moved here.
Right. Okay.
We've had non-stop problems since the last people that were here before.
Right, sounds like
Right. Yeah. It's no. We're not blaming you. It's just that we're trying to trace how this rubbish has been dumped. And obviously, first port of call is the address we've got. So. Yeah. All right, mate. No worries. Thanks for your help. Anyway. Cheers. Thanks.
Have a good day, mate.
Right, you need to get in and everything needs to come out, yeah. Floor to ceiling, all the carpets out, everything, yeah.
Come on then, let's do it.
Let's do it, let's do it.
It's big and it's horrible. Nowhere is safe.
There's plenty of mouse droppings about and everything, but as long as there's no rats, I'm not really bothering myself.
Some people would give their eye teeth for this job.
You want a solar thing, eh?
Give it.
Oh,
Solar radio.
All the flotsam and jetsam of a busy life. And some Indian films.
Half these videos have been taped on.
Yeah, it tapes Indian films or something.
Yeah. That's my cup of tea.
Do you like Bollywood, Dave? Wicked Bollywood, you can't beat a bit of Bollywood.
Bollywood. This is just ridiculous. Why would you want this many blank tapes?
It's probably like his library of films here. He's labelled them all up so he knows what's what, dates on them, things like that.
It's just tons of mail order stuff that he's not even opened. Well, he probably has opened, but just put them away. It's just amazing. It's all like brand new.
A few hours later, and there's still a mountain to climb.
They ain't gonna get in there. Have a look in that next one. Have a look in there, Greg.
Oh my, where do you start? It's more like a warehouse. Nice one, Lee.
And the knickknacks keep coming.
Kids mini disc player. Wicked, isn't it? It's just everything.
Wow.
Literally everything and anything.
Watches, everything's got watches. Everywhere you go, there's a watch. You wouldn't be late for work with that, would you?
Hickory dickory dock. The mouse ran up the clock, but not this one.
It's not a real one, is it? Oh yeah, what? Lee.
Grimefighters are superheroes, and why not? Back in Dagenham, Rob and Rob face another fly-tipping tongue twister.
We've got obviously a fly tip. We've got a few bags. We're going to search it, see if we can get any evidence. Hopefully, if we get some evidence, we can find whoever's done it. And you see, mainly food waste. Most of the people you see have got no respect. Just dump it out on the street. So as soon as we can get it clear, the better.
How many fly tips can a fly tip a tip without being found out?
Oh, hang on. Local name and a local address. Got two different addresses, one for here and one for a local road, Hedgeman's Road, which is just that one over on there. So it's good news for us, because now we've got someone to tie it into obviously dumping all this rubbish.
What we do, Rob gets some photos, and then Rob can go and knock on their door, find out why it's been done and why they dumped it, see if there's a legitimate reason or any good excuse.
A cloud of suspicion falls on a nearby allotment.
Hello, sir. Basically, what's happened is we've been called down to a fly tip. That's occurred outside the gates. We searched it, found some evidence linking to this place.
That's our secretary. He's a right stickler for all the rules and regulations.
I can
So
imagine.
he'd be the opposite of dumping things.
No, I'm not accusing him
So
at
the
all,
actual
but
bag was outside with that in it?
yeah, there's a couple of them.
Gotcha.
The secretary of the Allotment Association, a suspect.
Hello there, sir. Basically, what happened earlier on, we called down a fly tip. Loads of some bags and stuff out there that had been ripped open. That was in it, along with another one.
Well, I don't know honestly how it got in.
Okay, all right, okay.
A couple of minutes.
Okay.
The secretary is determined to prove his innocence and shows Rob exactly where he left his rubbish.
There's 3 bags here,
Right.
ready for me to take up the tip, and they vanished.
Oh, right, okay.
There's more rubbish stored in his office.
Fort Rocks, isn't it?
We've got up here. There's a paper ready to go up the
All right,
tip.
cool, no worries.
But can the secretary help to find the real culprit?
All right, I've got another one in our van. Could you have a quick look at that?
The secretary does know the name, but there's a hitch.
That bloke's been dead for 5 years.
Might be going around his house then.
Honest.
Okay.
He's been dead for 5 years.
All right, okay. Okay, no problem.
All right.
Yep, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
matey.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
All the best.
For Rob, this investigation is dying on its feet.
Just carry on with what we're doing and go and get some more.
Coming up, the lads in Leicester are still sorting out the Aladdin's cave.
Just sick of boxes.
There's tension between Joe and Dan.
Down you did.
And after dark in London's West End, is it something in the water?
Smell that medieval smell.
Up and down the land, a little-known army of dedicated professionals are devoted to battling an ever-advancing tide of grime. Early morning in Twickenham are not so much a rugby game as a drain game. Joe and Danny are playing in the scrum. How to tackle this one? It's obvious. Blast it with water. A local fire hydrant is brought into action.
Daniel, ready? Yeah, go on, mate. Fill it up. This sort of time of year, we have to dump the water off every night because it's cold and the water can freeze in the tank. So we have to dump it off. And then basically, it doesn't take long to fill it up in the morning anyway.
Hero Joe knows his stuff.
Oh, damn. Come to look at you, Sue. Is that all right? OK, thank you.
Hey.
Lovely. What do you think, Dan? Should we jet it or rod it?
No, can we go for a bit of jetting? It looks pretty thick and nasty, doesn't it? So
Yeah, a
we
bit,
give it
like
a
yourself.
Thanks, mate.
Hose it is. High-pressure water jetted into the drain usually does the trick.
Hey! All right, Dan, go on, mate.
But there's a risk. Turn the pressure too high and Bob's not your uncle. Look out, Joe.
Dan! Turn it down.
All right.
Down, you did.
Dan, left hand down a bit. Whoa there, Dan. Uh-oh. Too late.
Well, it's Danny turned the pressure up a little bit too high on the jet. I said to you, nice and slow, Dan, but oh no, Danny just straight up and cover me. I said, turn it just slowly.
It was. He said 1500.
It's like they pouring out everywhere.
Joe the hero battles on.
A bit of water behind it and it will push all the paper along. Go on, Dan, plunge it, son.
And the try has been converted.
Looking good. Got there.
The gaffers are sent us down here. As you can see, it's probably more than one fly tip or one lorry has dropped all this off. It's the normal team, but they've sent Glyn with us today because there's quite a bit of rubbish here to shift. But we're Grimefighters. We'll clear it. That's what I'm here. I love my job, don't I? Hey, this is what I'm...
In Leicester, here's a useful trick. Wrap up your troubles in an old kit bag. Then you've got to get rid of the bag.
When we get it through that gate, we just put it on there, then drag it across.
Yeah.
Right?
They've got a weight problem here.
Well, there's got to be a few tons in here, definitely.
How many video recorders do you need? Unless you wanted to record every single TV show on every channel.
It's just everywhere you go, look. Brand new. As you look. Right. I'm just sick of boxes.
Tissue, a tissue, they all fall down. And they keep falling down. For Lee, it doesn't make sense.
For somebody who hoards things, you wouldn't go out and buy sort of like 10 of everything. You know, so it probably has been used for storage at some time.
Perhaps the previous tenant ran a market stall.
So, brand new in the box.
Yep.
Don't know what it is.
Nice suitcase for your grand.
Jobs are good, mate. How much?
For you, £5.
Gives a £5, I'll take it. Cheers, mate.
But no one is going to buy this lot. It's all going to the dump.
It's just heartbreaking, really. It's nice when it's all done, really.
Time to get down the tip and then get home. Probably have a couple of pints in it.
Another Saturday night in London's West End, and a busy night for Council Enforcement Officer Mitch Matthews Dublin.
That's what we like to see, everyone having a good time.
As the big Mr. Clean, Mitch is no stranger to grime and all manner of related crime.
What are you doing with those, my friend? You know you're not supposed to be selling these in Westminster.
Not selling.
Okay, I hope you're not selling, okay? This is the time where we see some of the negative sides of our nightlife. A few fisticuffs being thrown, a few fights, a lot of vomiting taking place.
Most of the problems come from the demon drink.
Just have a look at this chap who's on the ground here. Hello, mate. Have you had a little bit too much to drink? Yeah? Yeah, he's definitely out for it. He's completely pickled. We'll be passing back around here again and making sure that all the characters around here are chilling out, making sure they all get themselves sorted.
A riot of rickshaws adds to Mitch's problems.
Pedicabs or rickshaws are unlicensed. They're a big concern for us, but you can imagine what could potentially happen if a vehicle was to hit one of them.
Rickshaws are comparatively new, but the biggest problem is an age-old one.
You can see already there's evidence here that urination has taken place. And you can smell that medieval smell that you get. We want a nice, cleaner, safer environment, and it starts with issues like this, because if you start urinating in the back alley, then it will attract other antisocial activity.
Telephone boxes have been replaced by mobile phones, for most things.
They're disused telephone boxes known to be used by prostitutes and couples wanting somewhere to have a quick fumble, also as a public toilet as well. You can smell it, it's so in your face, it's really, really pungent here.
This despite the council's efforts to divert the issue.
We put these down on a Friday and a Saturday night, and this way we can keep a lot of the street urination down to a bare minimum.
Mitch begins the first phase of the operation.
If we could get this all cleared away ASAP.
But they will have to wait until the small hours before the flushers can come into their own.
All of this place is going to smell a bit like a Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, because the cleansing team that come down here, they spray a deodorizer and it smells of bubble gum and it will smell lovely.
And like for so many revellers, the mess of the night before is soon forgotten. Since filming, the Dagenham garage fly tipper has flown. The council house in Leicester has been refurbished and awaits a new tenant. And Lou, Joe and the rest of the Grimefighters up and down the country continue a battle on our behalf.